and the homeboy Zell, we was rolling my homeboy's Chevy, right? My homeboy Gangsta Mike used to have this Burgundy 1968 Chevy, candy brandy burgundy wine on gold Dayton's, front and back, side to side, 3-in-motion pancake seesaw, right? So he let me and Zell drive it. Well, Zell was driving it, right? So me and Zell, we used to always go to Fruit Town Hood over there on Marbury and Rosecrans and shoot dice with the Fruit Towns, right? Because my homeboy Zell, he was a cold gambler, man. He gambled. Anybody knows Zell know he liked to shoot dice. He gambled all night, right? But this particular time we was going to the jungles. Now, jungles is, but, back then, I mean, it's probably still now, but, it was like a blood headquarters. All the bloods like to go down there and just hang out and, congregate with other homies, right? Um, so me and Zell, we get in the lowrider, right? Now Zell, he don't know how to drive a lowrider, meaning that he don't know how to play with the switches. He don't know how to, really just control a lowrider and keep it from swerving, and all the stuff the lowriders do, right? It's a certain way you kind of got to drive a lowrider in a way, right? So uh, we go to the jungles, right? Now we go down El Segundo and we started from the El Segundo and hit the Shaw, right? Now my homeboy Zell, he used to be a shooter. But this day in particular, we ain't got that thing on us. We slipping for real because the car in the window, the back window, it had a plaque that said the other side. Now the other side, the other side is a car club, but it's for bloods. It's a blood car club. You had the other side, then you had the Damu Riders. But this is '89, so Damu Riders went out then, right? And everybody in LA know when they see the other side plaque, oh, it's some bloods, right? And then we flamed up, red hats, t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? We doing the most, but we slipping for real because we ain't got no pistol, right? So boom, we tipping down the Shaw, we smashing. We going down the Shaw, right? Speed, right? Now, he trying to play with the switches, and he doing shit like, he'll hold the switch too long, and then, making that noise, right? He holding it too long. Then he'll hit the switch trying to drop it, and he'll bottom out. Bam! Now, anybody tell you don't want to bottom out in the lowrider, that's like, you see cars hopping, do you hear boom? That's bottom out, just hitting the bottom, smacking it, right? So he doing that type of shit, and he really tearing up the car, right? So I'm telling him the drive, because my homeboy had the switches in the middle. Usually some people like to have the switches on their left side, but my homeboy had his on his right side in the middle. So I'm holding the window sill, and I'm telling him to drive, not too fast, but I'm hitting the switches from him. So now he laughing like, oh, okay. You know how to fuck with the switches on, blood? I was like, yeah, nigga, I know how to fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? So boom, we hit the Shaw. We get to, what was that, Crenshaw and Imperial, right? We go to Inglewood, no problem, right? We get to Crenshaw and Century. We see this burnt orange Nissan Sentra. It was 2 bras in there. They had the little nurse uniforms on, right? One had braces, caramel bone. Inglewood got bras. Inglewood is known for having some little bad little honeys. They'll tell you, Inglewood, they got honeys. In the West Side, over there in the jungles, over there in PBG hood, they got bras over there too, right? So we mashing down the Shaw, right? So them bras in the car, they get on the side of us, they looking, they checking us out, right? They smiling, I ain't in. What's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? What's happening with y'all? We rolling. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So we roll, we get to Manchester and Crenshaw, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Other B-dogs is rolling by, they see us, we banging out the car. What's happening? Ooh. So now we get to Crenshaw and Florence. Now this is where the fuckery begins, right? So now the bras, they like trailing us. They ain't, they trailing on the side of us, right? And they just looking, you know what I'm saying? So, I was like, man, I'm gonna holler at these bitches, right? But we want to get out of, we want to pass through, because we going through 60 here. And we almost getting by 63rd and Crenshaw. It used to be a liquor store right there. You want to stop right there. It's like a hot spot and Slauson and all that. We're trying to get past all that, right? So, boom. We get down there by Fat Burgers. We get down by Fat Burgers, right? We pull over. I was like, pull over, right? So I jumped out, right? Got out the bra. My homeboy stayed in the car, so I was like, who is that? That's my sister. I was like, oh yeah, that's my brother. That's my older brother, right? That's on, because Zell was an old black motherfucker with big eyes, right? So boom, we was like, yeah, that's my brother. So it was like, I'm gonna call y'all. Y'all gonna be at the same spot, both y'all? Like, yeah, call us both. You know what I'm saying? We hook up with both y'all. I was like, okay, cool, right? So boom, we mash out, right? We get to Crenshaw and King, bust a left. The Brawls, they still following us, right? Now they keep going and King, we turn up in the jungles, right? Man, out of nowhere, I don't know where this car came from. You know what I'm saying? They just pulled up on by us behind us and just pop, 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 pop. They start knocking, so we ducking, right? Oh shit. Right? We turn to the jungle, they bone out, right? So we pull to the side, we jump out the car, right? The car got dents in it from the bullets, right? But one bullet went through the trunk and it hit one of the dumps. Now the car, we just now noticing now the car is pancaked to the ground now. Whatever, I guess the bullet hit the hose and it started leaking and the air went out, or the fluid went out, whatever. It just bottomed out. Now we can't move the car. It won't go because it's pancaked, right? And try to lift the switches. That shit ain't working. It ain't working, right? So now we got to get a flatbed, and then we got to call the homeboy and tell him what happened, right? You know what I'm saying? He's pissed. We bang out his car, but at the same time, nigga, your car is burgundy red, burgundy wine, with the other side plaque in the back of the window, so they know this bloods, right? So he was banging or not. So the homeboy came down there, got the car, put on the flatbed. We get back to the hood. Now, my homeboy at the time, my homeboy Zell had a burgundy lack on Dayton's Vogues, right? So my homeboy, he mad. He want to get some give back. Now we jumping his lack. Now we heated. You know what I'm saying? We looking for some smoke, right? We going to down Shaw, up and down Shaw. We can't see nobody. We can't find nobody. If we do see somebody, they going the opposite way. They flying, right? So we end up going to the jungles for a minute. We left there, and then we end up going to Fruittown, Piru Hood over there in Marbury. And so we stayed over there shooting dice all night, you know what I'm saying? So, that's one of my stories with my homeboy Zell. My homeboy Zell, he rest in peace. He was a shooter from the hood, a good dude. He was a frontliner. He wasn't no shit starter, you know what I'm saying? Liked to gamble and like music, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that know him will tell you they always had something good to say about Zell. They just know he was a gambler, but he was a homie, you know what I'm saying? He was a real one, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the homie Ru Zell, BIP.